Hello guys, it's the Unclear 999. Today's video is about self-sabotage. You ever feel like you're running in circles, but you're the one laying down the track? And somehow, without even realizing it, you start pulling bricks out of the foundation you've been building. That's self-sabotage. It's quiet, subtle, dressed up as logic or self-protection, but it's fear. Fear wearing a clever disguise. You tell yourself you're being cautious, but really you're just rehearsing your failures before they happen. You procrastinate, but call it waiting for the right time. You overthink, second guess, distance yourself from opportunity, all while swearing you're just being realistic. But deep down, it's you. You're the one planting the seeds of your own downfall. Maybe it started way back when someone taught you love had to be earned or that your worth depended on perfection. And now, every time something feels too good, too peaceful, too safe, you panic. You sabotage because chaos is familiar. Doubt feels like home and healing. But here's the truth. You're not broken. You're just scared. And maybe it's time to stop treating survival like it's the only goal. Maybe it's time to stop setting yourself on fire just to stay warm. You don't have to keep being the villain in your own story. But even when you know you're doing it, even when you catch yourself mid-destruction, it's hard to stop. Like watching yourself drop a glass in slow motion and somehow your hands refuse to move. You can see the better version of yourself just beyond the fog. The one who shows up, who follows through, who lets love in without pushing it away. But there's this invisible wall between you and that version. Built brick by brick out of old wounds, broken promises, silent disappointments. You tell yourself, I'll change when I'm ready. But what if you're never fully ready? What if healing isn't about waiting for permission or for the stars to align? What if it's about choosing every single day to act like you deserve more, even when you don't believe it yet? It's a weird kind of grief, isn't it? Mourning the parts of you that held you together once, but now just hold you back. The sarcasm you use to deflect real intimacy. The perfectionism you wear like armor so no one sees how unsure you are underneath. The way you shrink when you're afraid of being seen, really seen, not just noticed, but known. You crave connection, yet run from it. Want success, but never finish the things that matter. You dream big, but talk yourself out of trying before you even begin. And maybe the saddest part is how good you are at hiding it. Everyone thinks you're fine, high-functioning even. But they don't see the mental warfare, the pep talks at 2 a.m., the plans you abandon halfway through, the way you numb yourself with busyness or blame. Because if you're too busy, or if it's always someone else's fault, you never have to face the mirror. But the mirror is waiting, and maybe today's the day you stop running. Maybe not forever, maybe just for one moment, long enough to breathe. That's where it starts, not with perfection, but with honesty. Brutal, gut-wrenching honesty. Because the truth is, fear will never vanish. It's part of you, a part of being human. But fear doesn't have to be the driver anymore. You can acknowledge it without obeying it. You can hear the old voices, the ones that told you not to try, not to hope, not to trust, and still choose to move anyway. Slowly, unevenly, but forward. Healing isn't a straight line, and change doesn't come wrapped in clarity or confidence. Sometimes it comes as a whisper, try again. Sometimes it's just the quiet decision to respond instead of react. To breathe instead of break. To let yourself want more and not feel ashamed about it. There will be days when you'll slip back into the familiar rhythm of sabotage, where you'll ghost your own goals, lash out at people who care, sabotage good things before they have a chance to grow. But even those days count. Even then, you're learning, you're unlearning. You're catching yourself faster than you used to, and that's progress. You're starting to notice that the cage was never locked, that maybe the pain was real, but the prison was imagined. That you were holding the key all along but convinced yourself you didn't know how to use it.